Hi, Madhuri here. Today we're going to talk about PMS from the Pitta perspective. So this is the third of 4 videos in this series, and I've divided them up into Vata, Pitta, and Kapha types of PMS, so you can go back, watch all of the videos, see what symptoms you're experiencing, and how they relate to Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, and then what to do to bring balance. Today we're focusing on Pitta, which is the fire element. So if you've got Pitta type PMS symptoms, you might have things like tenderness in the breasts, a looser stool, an increase in body heat or even appetite. You might experience headaches or even an increase in intensity, frustration and anger, criticism of self or other. These are all signs that Pitta may be too high, out of balance, and causing you PMS type symptoms. So what do we do? Well, first thing I would do is recommend that you follow a Pitta type food program so that you're eating foods that are cooling in quality and nature. Now, I'm not talking about temperature here. All of the specifics of these foods are laid out in the book that my friend Glynis and I wrote, and that book's called Your Irresistible Life, 4 Seasons of Self-Care Through Ayurveda and Yoga Practices That Work. So follow the Pitta pacifying food program there, and that will help bring down the heat in both the body, mind, and emotional bodies. So the other things that I would recommend are following a daily breathing practice or pranayama practice. Now, I'm a big fan of Nadi Shodhan, which is the alternate nostril breathing. And I love it because it is great for all of the doshas, and it's balancing to the hemispheres of the brain, it's balancing to the hormonal system, and it's such a powerful practice. I've got a separate video on that. If you don't know what the alternate nostril breathing is, then watch that video. It's also called Nadi Shodhan in Sanskrit. So do that practice daily. Even 5 minutes makes such a difference. The other breathing practice is called Shitali, which is the cooling breath. I would recommend doing that as well in those times when you're feeling that you've got excess heat in the body. With your daily practice, it's important that you are getting some exercise. If you're into yoga, then follow a more cooling practice. So doing a hot yoga class or Bikram's yoga class is going to be increasing to heat. So I would suggest doing something that is more cooling, more meditative, more calming to your system. And this is really important for keeping balance for Pitta, is to decrease the intensity, decrease the competitiveness, decrease the goal-orientedness, and really be present, enjoying the moment and enjoying the sheer journey and playfulness of all of the events and activities, especially something like a yoga class. The other practices that will be really good are things like Chandra Namaskar, the cooling salutation. Any twists are going to be really wonderful for Pitta, as well as forward folds that are going to be very wonderful for massaging the abdomen and great during this time of premenstrual syndrome. The last thing I'll leave you with is the recommendation to take aloe vera gel. Now, this is very cooling in quality and really good for Pitta, but maybe not so much for the other doshas. So you want to make sure that you're doing the right things for your dosha. If in doubt, definitely see a Ayurvedic practitioner and get a detailed and professional opinion about you specifically and what you can do to bring balance. If you know of any other women in your life that are suffering from PMS and would benefit from seeing this video, please feel free to share it along. And until next time, namaste.